Hi guys, it's February 1st. Live today on a Saturday. You know what? I'm on my way to handle some business and go see my family. But I thought I would jump on here and chat with you guys really quickly. And hey, how are you? I thought I'd come on here and chat with you guys really quickly. It's 2020. Have you leveled up yet? Can you hear me good? Okay, so this video is not going to be that long because I'm literally just, yeah, this video is not going to be too long because I literally just did my makeup and I'm on my way out as well. So I'm just going to chat with you guys maybe for about 20 minutes. And while my shirt dries, I'm not wearing this outside, but so it's 2020. Have you leveled up yet? See, here's the thing. We've been talking about level up for a couple of years now. I guess some women, I really haven't been talking about level up that long. I mean, I've always been leveled up. So I pretty much have always been in a place where I'm leveled up, etc., etc. But I would think that I revisited the concept of leveling up in the summer when I was starting to lose focus after dating someone, while dating someone who really was just so poverty minded. And I think that it's really important that we know in 2020 what level up really consists of and what it does not consist of. And this video is actually not for anyone else but me. It's really a reminder. I kind of see this as like a diary, this one, because it's a little bit of a reminder to self. Like, we have an agenda and we have to stay conscientious of that agenda. And if we don't stay on top of that agenda, what will happen is we will fall into old habits. So this morning I woke up in a really great mood and I had company, someone who I really do care about, but at the same time as a friend. And what I realized is that there's nothing that this person can do to put me in a bad mood. This person wants to put me in a bad mood because they're miserable, but there's nothing they can do that can actually put me in a bad mood. So I said, hey, you know what? It's all good. If you've got to go, you've got to go. No big deal. If you've got to move on and do what you have to do in your life, do that, because we have moved from a place of being in a relationship. Now, this is the same person I was talking about before, and really he's been demoted. He pretty much was a boyfriend and has been demoted to a friend because there's really not much that we can do for each other besides hold each other's hand and say it'll be all right. Like, he does come over and we do hang out, but I think when he said what he said to me this morning, I think he thought I would be offended that he said that he needed to do things for himself. As a matter of fact, I'm not offended. I'm applauding him. It's about time that he does something for himself. And that's how you should think. You shouldn't be worried about the man next to you doing anything for you. If he's going to do it, he's going to do it. Now, this person is going to pretty much do whatever I ask. But at certain points, they will give a little bit of a pushback because they know that they're not the plan. So when you're entertaining multiple men, some men may know their place in your life already. So when you ask them to do something for you, don't be surprised if you get a little resistance, considering this man knows that, ultimately you won't be with him. Ultimately, you won't choose him. So I just feel like it did not upset me as much as maybe he thought it did. And I'm happy to see him stand up for himself because he's a good man and he should have a woman who really and truly wants to grow with him, because I do not. I care about him as a person, but I don't want to grow with him. So him going out, like he went to go do his laundry, and I had asked if he could do my laundry as well because I don't have any cash on me. And really, it was a test. It was a test to see if this person truly cared about me or if they just cared about access to my body. Now, this person stayed the night over last night and did not have access to my body. Just because you come over and you bring some weed and I make some food doesn't need exchange. And at the end of the day, I think he's starting to understand how I work. And not every time that you come over here will I have sex with you. I'll only have sex with you when I want to have sex with you, because you're not having sex with you doesn't benefit me. And I think he knows that. So when I say it's 2020 and 2020 is in full swing, time to level up, what I mean is booze season and cupping season is over. I don't know where you guys are, but spring is a mist in NYC, which means that there is absolutely no time to be up under any man for more than one night, if that. We literally have to keep the ball rolling because we need to get these men taking care of us. And we don't get them taking care of us by begging them. There's nothing that we can do to make somebody do something they don't want to do. In my mind, he did everything he came to do, and I was grateful for that. I was grateful that he brought some weed and that we smoked and that we had some a couple beers and we chilled out in the house, and that was just a nice company because that's what friends do. So to me, I don't feel taken advantage of. I don't feel any of that because at the end of the day, he left the next morning. He brought his goodies. He left with his dignity. No arguments. It was a perfect night. So that's really what I'm trying to say to you guys. Don't get so hung up and upset about the minutia of it all. Sometimes you're not going to get exactly what you're asking for, and that's okay. I actually didn't even have time to do laundry with him this morning. So to be real with you, I kind of think I would be more mad if I was doing laundry with him, because it would be like, damn, I'm stuck with you the whole day. But what I realized is that, like, he's starting to grow up. He's starting to become more mature. He's starting to realize, like, she doesn't want, even if she has time, she doesn't want to be around you all the time. And that's how you have to be when you're leveling up, because in order for you to be taken care of by another man, you can't have one man hogging up all your time. I'm literally on text message with someone who is probably going to end up taking care of me for a long while I build my business. And I literally just don't even have the time to continue to entertain at all hours of the night and all day, every day, and around the clock. So I'm kind of feeling blessed this morning. I'm feeling like this person is starting to understand where they are in my life, and I'm truly leveling up, because what I realize is that as long as this person stays in their corner exactly where I want them to be, which is we are friends and sometimes we have sex and we smoke a little bit together. As long as you stay right there where I want you to be, it won't be a conflict to my schedule and to what I have to accomplish in life, because I cannot take you with me. I cannot put the level of business expertise in this person that I have, because he'll never have it. Whatever expertise he has in his own field will benefit him, and he can go and pull that and move forward with it, but he'll never accomplish the things I want him to accomplish. I want a man who's going to be on a board of directors. I want a man who's going to make more than $500,000 a year. He'll never be on that level. So to be honest with you, he will never be a catch for me, but he could be a catch for someone else. And he's a great friend, and I love him in that I want to see him happy, and I want to see someone who can adore him and treat him like a man should be treated, because he is a very good man. And while I'm around him, I've committed to, because he does come around and share his resources with me and spend his time with me, and he is very loving, I've committed to not arguing with him anymore. It's 2020. What am I arguing with you about? I'm not going to keep you. What are we mad about? You're not going to be with me forever. Maybe we'll be friends forever, but So to be honest with you, ladies, what I'm saying is in 2020, make sure people know where they belong in your life, except for the top dog. He should know nothing. But you see, everybody else, they have to understand, like you, I hang out with you because we smoke and we have a couple beers together and it's good times. West Indian Massive, and we play reggae music together. That's wonderful. You, I hang out with you because you are some sort of business exec and you're going to put me in front of these people who can invest in my business. You, I hang out with you because you're a young artist who might be in a label. You, I hang out with you because you are a stylist for G-Star Raw and that can get my artist some free clothes. You, I hang out with you because, I mean, when people start to realize how fundamental relationship building is to their success, and they stop seeing every single relationship within women, this is for women, especially Black women, when you stop seeing every single relationship as an opportunity to fall in love and be carried away, and you start seeing every opportunity, every relationship with a man or woman as an opportunity to benefit you and your agenda and your business and the things you want to get accomplished, and you stop trying to put so much responsibility on people to make you happy, you'll be happier. I have not put any responsibility on anyone to make me happy ever. That's why people will sit here and say, she's a fucked up person, she's conceited, she thinks highly of herself, because it's all true. I think too highly of myself to allow anyone's happiness to be the marker of how I feel. So if and when you're feeling miserable, time for you to leave my energy in space. So he did the right thing this morning. And you cannot level up with people pulling your energy down. So in 2020, we have to level up. How many of you have leveled up yet? Or haven't leveled up yet? Meaning, you see, clear space, free energy in my studio right now. I just did my makeup. It took me literally, he left here at 10:30 or 10:40. It literally has taken me almost 2 hours to do my makeup and get ready. And it's like we cannot, yes, I don't know what you mean by continuation, but yes, this level up journey is a continuation of what we were doing last year. We're not starting over. We have to continue to build upon the foundation we laid for ourselves, ladies. I laid a good foundation for myself over the last, I'm going to say from I was 18 to now. So I've laid for like 10 years, I've laid a good foundation down for myself. Honestly, since I was 14, I've been laying a foundation down for myself that says, I'll do the picking. Yes, a continuation of leveling up. It's a continuation of leveling up because we've already gone up a couple levels last year. Here's how we went up. Here's how we went up a couple levels. Number one, we recognized that we had a problem. Mayday, mayday. Ladies, you have a problem. We realized that last year. We realized what the problem was. We diagnosed the problem. Okay? And a lot of us have different problems. But we all came to the same solution, which is what? That we must level up. And that's where we left ourselves in 2019. And some of us did some work. Some of us went out freestyling. Some of us did some leveling up. Some of us went and met gentlemen. I mean, I've been trying to level up all year last year. I've been leveling up all year last year. And the reality is that leveling up is not something that I'll answer your questions later because I have to get to the video and I really am on a time crunch. So I'll answer your questions. But what are some good markers or goals post leveling up? No, I can't tell you that. You have to figure out your own goals. Okay, so I'll tell you what my goals were last year. My only goal last year was to have someone support me so I could continue to grow and put myself in front of an opportunity that made sense. Now I have an opportunity hitting my doorstep that makes sense. It took me over a year to position myself for this opportunity. And it literally came through continuous goal setting and allowing certain men in my life to support me and take care of me over the past year. So I went from building a record label and being the mother hen to a bunch of I'm going to choose my words very carefully because I love these people, but I went from being a mother hen that everyone else was dependent upon to being a woman who other men catered for, and that's how I want to stay. I don't care to do anything for people unless it is something that benefits my business and the continuity of my legacy, of my establishment of my legacy. As long as it continues to establish my legacy, then I will attach myself to it. If not, then we can't do it. So what I'm saying, guys, is that I did level up a little last year. I went from dying to interview at everyone's corporate company to, you know what, this is what I'm doing with my life. Do you have my back or not? And testing a couple men and loving the results I got. Loving that I had 3 and 4 guys in my corner who were saying, yo, I believe in you and I got you. This person who left this morning is one of them. He's the main one of them. So to be honest with you, I don't think there's anything wrong with recognizing that we still have a lot of work to do. Have we leveled up yet? Not completely. Because I need new boy to replace this ring that my fiance gave me with a better ring, with more diamonds that are more visible, with something that makes sense. And until that happens, I've not leveled up. My goal for this year is to be proposed to. Meaning I have to sweep a man off his feet so crazy and give him so much attention and so much love in the right way, but not too much, that he's going to want to take care of me and want to lock me up and say, that's mine. So to be honest with you, there's nothing that can be done this year by way of last year's situation. I've already stepped above that now. Once this opportunity falls into position, it'll be time to go to the next level. That's no offense to anybody, but it'll be time for me to get to the next thing and do the next thing in my life. I seriously don't think you guys understand what that means. Sometimes you have to leave people behind. Sometimes they want to be left behind because they aren't changing anything about themselves, or they're changing at such a slow pace that they can't keep up. So for yourself, I don't know what your goals are, but when you put your goals in front of yourself and you can start checking off the boxes and say, I've accomplished this, I've accomplished this, I've accomplished this. Because I'm never going to share my accomplishments with you guys. I don't know you guys. I'm never going to tell you the details of what I do. I tell you very basic things, but that's not enough. But the reality is, once you see your level up goals come to fruition in your own life, you'll be able to recognize that the plan is very succinct and it works. Meaning, sometimes you're gonna have to drop them. You gotta pick them up and drop them as you go. You can't keep. Listen, how could I keep the same person who was supporting me and then I step into a better position? How could that person continue to support me? This person could support me right now, but when I step into my next position, this person won't be able to support me. If I say, hey, I need you to pay this mortgage because whatever, my paycheck didn't come this month, will he be able to pay a $3,500 mortgage? No. He won't be in the position to help me eventually because I'm going to be above his level, above and beyond his level. I'm already above and beyond his level, but because I'm starting from scratch and building something for myself, I need this help. And he's a good friend. And I think that's what friends do. They help you out. So what I would like to do for my friend is I would like to give my friend the space he needs to go and find a woman that's on his level to love him the way he needs to be loved. Because I don't do it. I can't love him the way he wants to be loved because I'm not willing to be on his level. he admires me. The idea of me is more beautiful than I am. Because when he hangs out around me, he finds me to be malicious and mean and obnoxious. And that's because I don't give him the best of myself. Because the best of myself, he could not handle it. If I give the best of myself to this man who could barely afford me, that gives him hope that we might be together forever. So I literally give him the scraps. I treat him with respect because my grandmother told me to do that. But as far as I'm concerned, I want to see him. I honestly want to see him get to the level where he's like, bitch, I don't need you. I'm really waiting for that. That will impress me. I really want him to get to that level where he's not even considerate of me, where he can be like, I loved you so long, but now I'm a millionaire. And I will applaud him, but I'll still be on a higher level than him. I'll be married to a billionaire, but I still will congratulate his success. And I may even suck his dick for his success, just to show him, like, this is how you get a woman. But I can't be with you because I'm with this billionaire right here. I'll do what the fuck I want. It is what it is. I just think that now that we're going into, and I've got to go, guys, but now that we're coming into the momentous part of 2020, like the spring is here and it's going to be hot as hell this year if you can't tell. And listen, if you don't got your sunscreen, for all the white ladies, if you don't got your sunscreen ready, I'm sorry, but you might not survive this one. This is a sexy chocolate summer and year. We don't even have time to argue with y'all. We are going to collect everything that is owed to us. And I'm going to collect. And I'm not going to waste my time. I've been waiting until a certain age to have children. And unfortunately, I would have had them. But because my fiance passed, melanin forever, baby. What do they say? Wakanda forever? Melanin forever. Shit. But that doesn't mean I'm going to be with a melanin king. Because, listen, if the melanin king don't have enough, you can't be with this melanin queen. Sorry. I love Black men, but they have got to come with better resources and better plans. And the one with resources have to stop making stupid decisions like having babies with women outside of the community and trying to make us into your nanny. Because I won't never do that. I'm too sexy to be your nanny. I'm too sexy to be the second bitch to come into your life after you just gave your seed away to some Armenian bitch. We can't. Honey, how could we limit ourselves? There's no such thing as a limitation for a woman who don't got a limitation. The only limitation is your baby. If you have a baby or two, then you might be limited. I think if you have one baby, you're not that limited. But if you have a family and you have to raise them every day, and you can't easily just pass them to your sister, like you have one child, you can pass that to your grandma, your sister, your mother, while you go out and try to level up and find someone to marry you. But if you have two children, no one's going to be your free help while you try to elevate your life above theirs. So you really are stuck. So when you're not a mother, you're not stuck. And because I don't know about you, but because I'm not a mother or a mother of a family, because I feel that if you have one kid, you're not stuck. You can make a lot of movement. That's why you find a lot of women that had their one kid, their oops baby, and then that kid is like 10 or 12 before they have 3 more kids, because they were trying to find a man to take them on while they had one child, because that was acceptable. And then they found someone, and now they can build their real family. That doesn't mean that the girl is not the boy, the first child is not the real family. It just means that the first child was unexpected and unplanned, and thus has to fold into the new family. So it's family politics. But when we're building upon wealth and trying to build wealth, your daughter's going to be the odd one out in my family. Sorry. I don't care whose baby she was. I don't care what gene she has. Her mother's not over here. And if I get married to boy, she won't be over here either. She won't be living in our house. You'll be living with your mother because your mother made a bad mistake thinking she was going to try to trap this man. So I really find it to be really sad that women are still trapping men in a day like today, because, you know, this man wants to take this child and raise this child as his own, but he doesn't have the female support. So he really is trying now more than ever to be married and to have a family, because he wants someone to raise this daughter outside of his wife. And he actually has the money to do that. And my thing would be, so if I get married to you and we take her on, I need to be seeing the same amount of, you know, if I'm going to be the stay-at-home mom that watches your daughter and raises her while I'm building my business, you know what I need? I'm going to need her to, I'm going to need all that money that you pay that other woman if you want me to be married to you. And I did find out what the number was. So if you, $2,500 a month. $2,500 is not a lot, but it's enough. It's enough to put in my hands while I live in your house and build my business. It really is. So right now I'm in a place where there will be no quitting of a career. I'm going back to work, actually, because I have certain goals that have to be obtained from within. So there is no quitting. I really haven't worked consistently for the past couple of years, but going back to work is going to be an opportunity for me to continue to take care of myself. But when it's time for him to do what he has to do and make me more central in his life, he will, because he's looking for someone to raise his children at a discount. So, and he's also looking to hurt this woman who tried to trap him. So when you start seeing the psychology of men, you know where to put yourself. You know exactly where to plant yourself. When you start seeing the psychology of men, you know where to and how to apply yourself as a woman in their lives. And that is one of the main keys to leveling up in 2020. Find out how you can add to his life. Yes, find out a perfect target. And I'm not even working that hard. You know why I'm not working that hard? Because in his mind, like yesterday, I'll tell you, I'll give you another little. Yesterday, I say to him, so you heading to Miami? And then he hits me with the, I'm not a VIP like that. If you understand psychology and you understand people's mental capacities, and you understand what that means. What that means is, he's not a VIP like that means this. Wow, you're used to VIPs, aren't you? Men that could just fly you everywhere. Well, I'm not on that level. Well, you know why you're not on that level? Because you've got this woman here raping your pockets. Maybe if we got married and I could raise our baby in a beautiful house in Brooklyn somewhere, you wouldn't be in that position. I just have to show him the benefit of shaping his life around me. And once I show him that, he'll have nowhere to turn, and I will level up by default without putting $1 out. So invest in your makeup. Keep looking sexy, guys. This is just a basic little wig that I made out of some old hair just to hold me down, because I don't have a lot of money right now, and I have a lot of nice hair. This is some old Indique hair. And I just kind of put it in because I'm going to pull it into a ponytail later. And this is how I just get around. I'm going to be taking the train. I know someone remarked earlier in the week about being in New York and how you can't be feminine, that's not true. But there are certain things that have to be done in New York because people will target you if you look a little too rich on the streets. So that is a little bit true. Thank you. Everything I use is expensive on my face. Hell yeah. Ain't nothing. Look, NARS. I forget what the lip liner is. I got another, I don't know, 3 different color MACs, a liner, Anastasia Beverly Hills. I don't contour, I do highlights. Cream and powder. Base Pecan foundation by Even Better Clinique. I think the cheapest thing on me is the eyebrow pencil, which is about $5. I forget where I got it, but I think at Dwayne Reed or something. One of those. $4.99. Let me look, guys. This is where the money got to be spent. This shirt is like $15. The money got to be spent on your face because that's where he's going to be looking. And you know where else it's got to be spent? In the gym. Sorry, my chair is all fucked up. I don't mean to say it like that, but your body is an asset for a reason. Let's see if I can stand up and talk to y'all. Here we go. Men look at our bodies for a reason. I know a lot of people don't accept it, but we have to do good at keeping our bodies in shape. I'm not saying I'm perfect because I'm not, but I'm pretty fucking decent. And when you know you're decent, there is nothing that a man can say or do to minimize your confidence. Be one of the women that wouldn't give him the time of day. And if you come out looking like this, he almost feels like he has no right to be standing next to you. That's why I almost don't blame Boy for not wanting to go with me anywhere, because every time I go with him somewhere, I shit on him. I make him look like he's the hoe. I make him look like maybe he shouldn't be standing next to me. So I feel like he doesn't want to be seen because he knows that at the end of the day, he will have no reason and ability to claim me even when we're out, because there's no claiming a bad bitch like me. There's no, unless you got money and unless you got influence and power. You don't have either. But there's nothing wrong. But one thing they don't say too is bad bitches love men with good hearts. You can have a good heart and be in my life. You just won't be my husband, and you won't get this pussy unless I want to give it to you. And there are going to be times that I might want to give it to you because I might be horny. I might like really appreciate you, something you did for me. I mean, I feel like there's nothing that, when you're beautiful, there is nothing that can be done to minimize your power, because men are visual and they love a beautiful woman. God damn. When he walked in the room the other day, he didn't expect my face to look so pretty. Because a lot of times I greet him without makeup because we're on that level. But I decided to just remind him that every time you come here, you're coming to one of the top bitches in Brooklyn's studios, and you're literally sitting in her presence with your problems. And don't do that, because you're going to lose access. So many men want to be right here, sitting in this room. And once men understand that you have the power and you do the bidding and you do the rule setting, they can never, ever hold you back from leveling up. It's 2020. I love you guys. I really do. 2020, you got to level up.